Okay, hi everyone. Good morning, and good night, and good evening to everyone. Today, I am Insun, Microsoft MVP. Today, I had invite my friends, Marvin, to share with you about machine learning. If you got any question, you can comment in the video or live chat with us. After this session, after the video, you still can comment at the video. We will reply you as soon as possible. Okay, now I pass to my friend Marvin.
Hi everyone. So today we are going to learn about Azure Machine Learning. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. So who am I? I'm basically a software plus web developers. I'm also very enthusiastic and also very passionate about AI. So you can follow my blog, Twitter, YouTube, or SlideShare over here. And also you can actually follow my GitHub as well for all the sample codes, how I actually develop applications for AI. So next we are going to talk about introduction to machine learning. So what is machine learning? Basically, it's a data science application. It uses artificial intelligence. We call it AI in short, and it also learns from the existing data lake. So it's basically learning from big data, and it continuously improves itself to actually predict all the future trending behaviors or any kind of things that will happen in futures, and it learns without being programmed explicitly. Then it also learns without any human intervention. That means it will grow even smarter over the time, so your application will actually know how to behave by itself. Okay, so over the past 30 years, the data actually grows very fast and growing very rapidly. So that's why people start to actually think how we can actually use the data even efficiently. So that's how machine learning comes in. So we have now actually we are in the big data era, so we have a lot of data, and the hardware is getting cheaper, and we have more processing power than ever before. So as a result, with the above, we can actually develop better analytics algorithms and smarter tools to process more data and also more complex data. Most amazingly, with machine learning, it actually can provide us more accurate and higher value information over the time. So, and very important one is without human intervention. That means once you actually write the algorithms, it actually learns by itself and learn from all the data, the existing data and the new data. So it will get smarter and smarter. Right, in Singapore, we have the vision. We call it smart city nation, or we call it smart nation. So this is basically a very big vision for us actually to imagine how our future will be. So for example, machine learning can be used as for port authority to learn about the trending of the traffics, the sea traffics, and the vessel traffics, all this, and also for security scanning for all the goods passing through the port. And it also allows businesses to understand your preferences before it actually suggests the necessary products. So that means if you are doing business, your data will be your consumers data will be analyzed. Then after that you can the machine can actually suggest the right products for the right person. And as a consumer, we can also get forecasts of the future pricing of the property by analyzing the past data. Then also we can analyze all the road traffics, how we can actually make the road traffic even efficient. Then we can also identify objects in the pictures more accurately, such that we have actually image recognitions by Microsoft as well. Is under Microsoft Cognitive Services. So other than that, nowadays the hardware, like your smartphone, knows your usage patterns, so it can actually analyze the usage pattern. Then after that controls all the processing powers, like to lower the processing power to conserve battery when you actually in the standby mode. Then use more power to actually process the games, the graphic rendering. So it's basically to make it smarter. So what is Azure Machine Learning? So Azure Machine Learning Studio actually consists of few things like cognitive service. It can be used as cognitive service, then also to actually provide you the learning studio and also the learning workbench. So the more customizability is actually growing from cognitive service, which you can actually configure your API within just minutes. Then actually you cannot customize much, but then compared to learning studio or learning workbench, you can actually customize even further to suit your business needs. So today we are going to talk about Azure Machine Learning Studio, which is fully managed. That means one portal for creating your algorithms, view up your algorithms, and update your algorithms. And it's all hosted on cloud, on Azure. So you don't have to manage your software, your hardware. Then we also provides integrations, simple integrations. So that means everything is just within clicks and drag and drop. So no programming needed for common tasks. Then Azure Machine Learning Studio also provides the best-in-class algorithms. That means it comes with preset algorithms, so you don't have to actually purposely write the algorithm by yourself. But it also supports for language R and Python for your extensibility. Then it's very easy to deploy. That means everything is within clicks, and you can even publish your applications, your AI as a web service within minutes. So I will show you how to do that later on. Next, how Azure Machine Learning gets on. So it's basically you from the beginning you set up cloud environments. So it's on the Azure portal or machine learning portal. Then you load the data. That means you get your data from your existing data lake, or you have the offline file like CSV, the Excel files, and so on. Then you configure as the data engineer features. That means you can prepare those data, your algorithms, all this at the portal. Then after that you build the models to get some sample models, the machine learning models. After that you deploy it, and then you consume the models through the web services on your applications. So that means you don't have to worry much about how to write it, or how to actually write your own algorithms. So it's basically all on your portal. So if you want to connect your applications to these written algorithms or the machine learning algorithms, you just have to actually consume through the web services like JSON formats. Okay, so this is some examples of the data source where you can actually get your data from. So you can actually put your data into blob storage, SQLDB, and so on and so forth. So how do we start to get this to get started with the machine learning? So basically you just need Microsoft account for most of the simple use cases. So today we will use Microsoft account, and if you require small customizations, you can use Azure subscriptions with the full SLA, and at the same time, with getting Azure free accounts, you can actually get 12-month free with popular products and 25 always free products. So why don't you just create an Azure subscription for doing all the testings and get a lot of free stuff over the 12 months. Alright, so now we are going to start the demo. Right, so today we are going to create a new one, even though I have few trials over here already in the list, but today we are going to use the to create from scratch. So over here is a Microsoft Machine Learning Studio. So I log in with my my Microsoft accounts. So basically you can log in from this URL, studio.azureml.net. Then after that you log in with your Microsoft account to actually access it. Alright, so today we are going to use what we call it is a Titanic data set. Titanic is a very popular, very well-known past and also set history, I would say. It's basically a biggest passenger vessel that actually have a lot of rich people but sink in the oceans. So we will analyze that past data and also predict what if it happens today and we are on the board, whether we will survive or not. So we call it Titanic. Let's name this experiment as Titanic survival prediction. Alright, so before that, I think I have to actually go to data set here. So actually we can add in our CSV. So over here I actually have the Titanic dataset.csv is being uploaded. So what if I upload another time? So I upload this CSV, right? Then I click yes. So it will take a while to actually upload the whole data set. Right, it's being so it's now being created. It's alright. My previous data set. So you can see that the date time is today at 10 a.m., which is now. So now let's go back to over here to actually create the experiments. Let's do it again. So Titanic survival prediction. data set that we just uploaded just now. So this is the data set that we have. So you can actually right click it and also okay, so you can visualize the data set actually. So over here we have 1,310 records. So it basically consists of the passenger class, like class 1, class 2, or class 3. Then we have the the passenger, whether it's survive or not survive. Then we have the name, we have the gender, we have the age, we have the siblings details, then we have the tickets, fare, then where is the passenger is located in the cabin, and then where do they come from. Alright, so this is basically all the details of the the passengers. Alright, so then the next things we have to do is basically to clean up the data. So this clean missing data will actually clean all the corrupted data, such as it's missing out of data, whether it's null, and so on. So it will try to actually find those unmatched data or corrupted data and remove it from the data set. So we will link it here. Alright. Then the next thing what we will do is actually split the data. So you might want to ask why we need to split the data. So it's basically we get the clean data. Then after that we put into this model to actually split up the data to actually make it like 70% is for the trend models, then the 30% of the data is using for the test model. So 70% will be used to actually train this AI, then 30% will be used to try to test the AI whether it's fitting or not. So this is how this is why we need to actually split the data. Alright, then after that we partition the data. Okay, so we need to actually over here we need to actually assign to folds. Then after that we actually have to do 10 folds for this data set. Alright, so over here you can see at this corner you can actually to actually put it out as a mini map to actually see how your algorithms is going through, but we don't need it now. Right, there are a few things that we have to add further on. So it's basically order. Then we have also two class decision jungle, which we actually need to use it as our algorithms. Alright. So what will happen here is basically taking the data will be trained over here. Right, then after that we will use this algorithm to actually train the model. Alright, so let's try to run this to actually see whether it will actually train by itself or not. So obviously it doesn't. So actually you can see there is an exclamation mark in red over here. So it tells us the value is not required. Value is required. So we have to tell it actually what should we do. So we try to predict survive. So that's why we have to select these survive columns. Alright. So we have to tell this trend model actually we have to predict the survivor, whether the passenger is survived or not. So let's run again. So it's happening now. It's trying to train a model. It try to clean the missing data, split the data, then after that partition and sample it. Then it will start to train the model. So give it a while. Alright, it's done. So now let's visualize what is happening after splitting up the columns, all these things. So as you can see, after missing data, cleaning the missing data, then we will split the data. So just now we have 1310 rows. So 70% is roughly about 917 over here. So it will be used, this data set will be used as a trend data set to train the model. Right, then you can see what's happening right here also. So it basically still the same. Then after that we can try to visualize trend model. Okay, right. So now once it's trained the model, so we have to actually add in a score model. Then also evaluate models. Alright, so over here there is two inputs for the score model. So one is actually get from train model. That means the data set is being trained now. I mean the data set is now being analyzed. Then after that you put into the score model. Then the another one would be actually using the test data. So just now we mentioned about here we have 70% of data actually will be trained, used to for training. Then 30% will be used for testing. So this is where we should connect the 30% to the score model to actually tells the algorithms that okay, hey, we have the train models now, we have analyzed the algorithms, so we need to test whether this data will be fit to our requirements or not. Then after that we have to connect the score model to the evaluate models, where will we evaluate our system whether it's efficient enough or not, see how is the performance. Alright, so let's run again. So you will run, analyze the score model, then after that evaluate model, and give it a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's now done. So let's visualize it, see what is happening inside. So over here you will notice that just now we have over here we have 16 columns, but our data is actually just 14 columns. So what is the differences between these two set of data? Is one is before the trend, the analyze, one is after. So it's basically adding two columns over here. So score label is basically exactly a duplicate of the survive column. So you can see it's 0 1, then over here also 0 1. Alright, then it provides us the score probabilities. So that means whether this person can survive or not. Alright, so the higher value it will means the chances of survive will be higher. So you can see those survive person will be the probability will be very high. Okay, then yeah, so this will be used as a judgment whether this will be used as a predictions whether the future the adding passenger will be survive or not. So let's see later on. Then this evaluate models actually provides us the informations about how our system is performing. So over here is let's see at the bottom. So it's quite accurate. Over here is 0.94% is roughly 94% will be actually predicting the result accurately. So the true positive here means the system actually say, okay, this person will survive, and the data set actually shows that this person is really survived. Then the true negative will be the system is predict the person will not survive, and it really comes out is not survive. Then we have the false negative. That means the system is detecting not survive, but then the person is survive. Then the false positive false negative is the system detected is survive, but then the data shows not survive. Then the false positive will be system detected is not survive, but then it actually come out is survive. Alright, so over here you can see the threshold. That means we try to adjust this thing and adjust the accuracy. So if you adjust too much to the left, that means you see the accuracy is actually dropping down also. So if you adjust too much on the right hand side, that means more than probably towards 0.8, then you see the accuracy also start dropping. So just now we got we at 0.5, we use the default one. Right, so it's like 94% it will be predicting successfully. Alright, so we use the default one. So so it's basically we have the trend models now. So you might want to ask how we can set up the web service for our applications to use it. So over here it's quite simple. You can see the buttons over here, set up web service. Then after that you just click on predictive web service, which is recommended by the studio itself. So it will actually takes a while, and we will see is that there are some things happening. So it actually to set up those web service input and output for us. Alright, then let's deploy the web service. Alright, so it tells us the experiment must be run so that your edits can be validated. So let's run. Okay, so it will take a while, so it's still processing. Alright, now it's done. So let's deploy the web service and bring it into productions. Alright, now it's done. So you can actually have the details, the API keys. Then after that, let's test it. So over here it's like entering a new data set to actually see whether the person will survive or not. So let's enter my details. So class I will put 1, then enter my name, my gender, male, then age, I'm 38, I have 3 siblings, then tickets is like maybe random number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, then the fare may be quite expensive, maybe 10,000, maybe 9,999. Yeah, so I was in the cabin A1. So yeah, and I'm currently staying in Singapore, so I depart from Singapore. Alright, then let's try, see what is happening. So it actually provides me the details, come up with the result, my name, my genders, and so on and so forth. But then you will notice that the last one is actually telling me not survive. So unfortunately, if I actually bought Titanic um, in the past, so I wouldn't survive at all. So it quite sad actually. So yeah, so this is actually how we actually use this Azure Machine Learning Studio to actually predict whether I'm survive or not. And so, or should I put it your details as well?
Almost same.
Almost same. Alright. And so Cheah. Alright. Now
If we put female, how?
you are not female.
But try it. Maybe I can
Okay.
survive.
Alright. So you want to transgender, is it?
No.
So age
28.
28. Have how many siblings?
3.
3. Alright. So ticket you bought it at the same price of mine. So then A2. Alright, you are departing from Singapore as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. So turn out you are not surviving as well. So sad. Alright. So basically this is how we actually set up the algorithms. So actually using your existing data. So for example, if you have the business data, you have any kind of data that you want to analyze and also do some predictions for your futures plannings, then you actually can set up using this Azure Machine Learning Studio. So it will actually tells you basically how your how actually in this case we have the Titanic's case. So where your passenger will survive if or not if we have the exactly same vessel today. So this is overall scenarios, but actually you can actually use it use this machine learning studio for your business, for your applications, for any kind of use cases that you can think of. Alright, so yeah, so do you have any questions? No? Then yeah, so I pass back to Enso.
Okay, that's all for today. If you got any question, you can comment in the video below. Then or reach us with the Twitter or our Facebook. Most is in reach us at the Twitter or YouTube. Then if you got any topic that you would like to know, you also can share with us. Then we can know we can ask other speakers to share with you all. That's all for today. Thank you.
Alright,
Enjoy your day.